You are chained in a cold, damp stone cell beneath the Colosseum. Above, the crowd roars. 50,000 Romans celebrating death. Your husband is being torn apart by a lion. You hear the blood-curdling screams, see the sand darkened with life extinguished, and feel the trembling of the arena floor. Now the noise fades. The torches flicker. The echo of footsteps retreats. Silence falls. Thick, suffocating. Then it begins again. Heavy boots, measured, deliberate. A shadow fills the doorway. A gladiator, soaked in blood, victorious, alive. Your husband is not, and Roman law, it grants you nothing. No rights, no protection, no choice. This was not rare. This was the machinery of the empire. And what lies beneath the Colosseum, the hidden corridors, the stone cells, the logistical network of terror, is a history that was deliberately erased. Before we descend, hit subscribe to Crimson Secrets. Here, we uncover the truths empires tried to bury, the dark realities history textbooks ignored, and the stories too unsettling for polite society. Rome did not simply defeat armies, it dismantled entire populations. When a province fell, the system of conquest was precise, methodical, and brutal. Men of fighting age were executed or sent to labor in mines and construction projects. Children were torn from families, sold to markets across the empire, often never to see their homes again. And women were catalogued, not as humans, not as people, but as res, property. The law classified them as things. This was not cruelty for cruelty's sake. It was bureaucracy. It was logistics. It was a mechanism to control conquered populations and reward loyalty. Josephus, a historian of the Jewish revolt, describes women distributed to soldiers. Cassius Dio mentions captives below the arena. Archaeology confirms chambers beneath the Colosseum and in Capua, Pompeii, and even North Africa designed to hold human beings, maintained as inventory. Every ledger, every forced march, every mark on stone was part of the empire's system. A woman's age, ethnicity, and health were recorded. Her name, her past, her grief, erased. The empire ran like a machine, and every human being was a cog. The Colosseum, finished in 80 AD, was a masterpiece of engineering. Its greatest innovation wasn't above ground, it was below. Beneath the sand lay the hypogeum, a multi-level labyrinth designed to move men, women, and animals with terrifying efficiency. Imagine walking through it. Oil lamps flicker along damp, moss-covered stone walls. Chains clink, trapdoors rattle, and the faint sound of water dripping echoes endlessly. Cages containing lions, tigers, and leopards line hidden corridors. Their eyes glint in the dim light, reflecting both fear and hunger. Then there are the cells. Small stone rooms, 10 to 15 square meters. Stone benches carved to exact dimensions. Iron rings at floor, waist, and chest height. Drainage channels for water. Scratch marks etched by desperate hands. This was not punishment. This was storage. The empire designed these chambers to streamline the Victoria Carnalis process, the reward of victory. Gladiators, celebrated for their prowess, were entitled to human rewards, and the infrastructure existed to make distribution seamless. Sabina was 19, a noblewoman from a province recently crushed by Roman legions. She witnessed her husband torn apart, her children dead or sold, her family destroyed, her identity reduced to a ledger entry. She was marched to Rome, hundreds of miles, through villages still smoldering from conquest, stripped, inspected, catalogued. And then, her cell door slammed behind her. The roar of the arena above became distant. She heard only chains, footsteps, whispers, and the low murmur of despair. But Sabina refused to vanish into silence. She memorized guard routines. She whispered in Celtic, Greek, Judaic. She taught other captives survival strategies, how to hide scraps of food, communicate silently, or note patterns in guard behavior. Scratch marks in excavations reveal messages. I am Amelia of the Brigantes. They took my children. But I am still alive. Let the gods witness. Free me or end me. Even in total oppression, she and thousands like her fought to preserve a sense of self. Gladiators were paradoxes of the empire. Legally slaves, criminals, or prisoners of war. Socially adored, their names etched in mosaics and graffiti. Politically dangerous, a reminder of rebellion potential. Graffiti in Pompeii proclaims, Marcus is the pride of the women. Lucius makes the hearts of the ladies tremble. Their victories brought privilege, extra rations, monetary gifts, and human rewards. Their sweat was even sold as aphrodisiac, yet the empire feared them. Spartacus, in 73 BC, proved that gladiators could rise, organize, and threaten Rome itself. 78 escaped, 70,000 joined, and 6,000 were crucified along the Appian Way. The reward system reinforced loyalty while maintaining control. Captives like Sabina were part of this network, human instruments reinforcing Rome's hierarchy. Gas Valerius Maximus, a composite of real gladiators, strode through the hypogeum. Blood dried on his armor. A ludus official followed, ledger in hand. Sabina's cell opened. She had no voice in the matter, no choice. She was documented. She was assigned. The door shut. This was bureaucratic precision, identification, selection, assignment, documentation. Archaeological evidence confirms this. Iron rings, benches, drainage, and precise layouts of cells across Rome, Capua, and Pompeii. Every structure was deliberate. Every ledger entry a reminder. She was inventory, not a person. Life in the hypogeum was measured in footsteps, not sunlight. Food, stale bread, water, occasional gruel. Air, thick, stagnant, disease-ridden. Fear, omnipresent. Yet captives survived through ingenuity, memorizing guard rotations, sharing whispered warnings, scratching secret messages in stone, sharing hidden rations. Every small act of defiance was a victory over erasure. Archaeology preserves these traces, evidence that even under extreme oppression, humans find ways to resist. Prisoners were forced to enact myths, Orpheus, Pacify, and other tales. Animals were part of the performance, lions, bulls, bears. The stakes were always life and death. One Gaulish woman, dressed as a nymph, faced a bull for the amusement of the crowd above. Her terror became spectacle. The empire used these rituals to assert dominance, crush morale, and instill fear. Above, Romans cheered for skill and bravery. Below, humans were reduced to instruments of terror. Sabina found other women, Celtic, Judaic, Greek captives. They exchanged knowledge of guards' routines, methods of hiding food, and signs to avoid punishment. Friendships were forged quietly, alliances built in whispers. These small acts of resistance created pockets of humanity. Coded messages, inscriptions, and scratched names became a network of survival. The empire controlled bodies, but not entirely minds. Gladiators were both tools and threats, feared by the state, adored by the populace. Rewards for victories came with oversight. The hypogeum ensured balance. Gladiators held power over captives, but remained under the empire's watchful eye. Sabina observed patterns, noted times, and learned to anticipate when gladiators visited. Subtle defiance became strategy. The process within the Victoria Carnalis system is as follows. Identification. Victories logged. 2. Selection. Captives presented. 3. Assignment. Women delivered. 4. Documentation. Entered into archives. Every corridor, bench, ring, and trapdoor had a purpose. Rome applied the same engineering to human domination that it used for aqueducts and roads. Infrastructure and bureaucracy merged to enforce dominance efficiently. Beyond the arena, Sabina's survival required vigilance, tracking guard patrols, signaling allies, memorizing food schedules, marking safe and unsafe areas. Disease, hunger, and fear were constant. Yet solidarity and subtle rebellion preserved identity and humanity. The empire's cruelty was calculated, but human resilience endured, written silently on stone and whispered in shadows. The Colosseum was both theater and instrument of terror. Above ground, crowds celebrated skill and death. Below, human beings endured choreographed oppression, forced labor, and ritualized terror. Sabina saw women participate in deadly reenactments. Gladiators claim human rewards, and officials record every action. Fear, hope, and survival intertwined in a system engineered to crush the spirit, yet maintain order. Imagine your life reduced to a ledger entry. Could you preserve identity? Could whispers, scratches, and alliances keep hope alive? Sabina's story is just one among thousands. Every mark on stone, every hidden message, every act of resistance challenges Rome's system. Rome perfected control over bodies and spirits. The hypogeum was a machine of terror, bureaucratic, efficient, and merciless. Yet humanity survived in whispers, coded scratches, and solidarity. The empire controlled lives, but not entirely minds. Subscribe to Crimson Secrets to follow the next chapter, the psychological aftermath, the subtle resistances, and the untold stories beneath Rome's monuments. Because beneath the grandeur of history lies a world where fear, bureaucracy, and survival intersected in ways history almost erased.